Good evening, everybody. We're here for the start of the season, which hopefully tonight will be fun. We are here for round 1 of Revline Kota. So, my final race is in commentary, but we don't know because they want to try to sort something out. But anyway, we're here for Texas, the season opener for season 4. Amazing stuff. You gotta love Kota. So, we now begin. Here we go. Oh, we got love from Kobe. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh my lord. Different grid is it's so odd to see that it's different grid. Wow. So, a lot of driver swaps. Harrison back into the old papaya we saw last season. So, this season, Harrison is hoping for his redemption to finally become yeah, I will put on a show tonight, so hopefully it'll be good. Oh god, it's really odd to be doing this for final to say doing this, but hey, I'm back in a year's time, hopefully. My phone's at 8%. We will get a charger after, but we don't need much. Dick. Just fucking bashed my funny bone on my knee into the wheel. But here we go then. What's the time? We are still 4 minutes away from the start of for the start of the 4th season. So, can Harrison this season finally clinch a championship? And we're off now. Come on, people, ready up. We are now off. Hopefully, when people are actually already up and see the notification to go, we will be off. I don't care about voice chat. Me, everyone, just in case, but we shouldn't hear them. So, here we go then. Just check. As we are now underway for the start of the 4th season. Amazing, amazing stuff. Right, here we go then, for short qualifying. And I don't know how many laps race. Peak prediction, Kobe, peak prediction, but only time will tell for qualifying, as we now just wait for the drivers to get the wanted compounds, or how many compounds, if they would like certain amount of tyres or certain less amount of tyres. 13 people, I think, total on. Yeah, 13 drivers today, so that means 13 drivers will be hopefully crossing the line, but again, only time will tell once we get to the end. So, here we go then. As the clock finally now strikes down to 0, and we wait on Seb to do his tire compounds. We are now finally underway for qualifying at the start of the 4th season of Revline. Amazing, amazing stuff. Let's get all the bits ready and done. No, we will not activate telemetry because we're nice. We'll activate the track map as well. We will see. Yeah, we'll see tyres. That's just telling it all off. Right, here we go then. So we now wait to see who will be the first driver out for season 4 in the season opener for qualifying. Come on, people, as by the looks you can see there's active, and we see out coming. It's a Mercedes. Of what Mercedes is it? It is Seb. Wait, hold on, there's 2 Sebs. Oh my god, you're all coming out now. Here we go then. So you all start coming out now to begin the season opener in qualifying. Goldsy in the Williams. But Seb Gaming is now out. We'll have to try and make sure we don't get him mixed up with Death Star. We'll just call him Death Star. So, Seb Gaming out now around the S's at Kota. So he will be hopefully the driver to be the first driver this season to start a flying lap around here. But look, Swally on the medium compounds already in the pit, so we can see driver already changes to the compounds in qualifying. But a lot of people, Death Star, Charlie, I want to say. We'll call you Charlie Kirk. Yeah. And Swally all in the pit still. Meanwhile, we see Seb waiting and weaving to warm those tyres up to begin his lap. A lot of people you can just see in the background there of an Aston. Who may that be? Oh, it's not Swally. It's Jet Carrot, otherwise known as Zach. So everyone weaving now to try to get those heat into the compounded tyres, the soft compound, the grippiest, but the most easily less durable one. So, here we go. Can F1 fan maybe today recreate the famous overtake that JSM commentated last season around here as we now exit the penultimate corner? Seb will now come around the final corner now, and he'll be activating the drag reduction system with the ERS system, that extra deployment of energy as he crosses the line now to begin his lap, as we now go to the heavy elevation change into turn 1. It's a blind first turn 1, so he ain't going to see much there, but he's crosses turn 1 by the looks, hitting the apex perfectly. Didn't carry too much speed, so you can see didn't use the exit curb as he now comes around the famous S's section around Kota. Amazing stuff there. We saw a lot of drivers enjoying this section last year and getting a lot of penalties there in the main race. That is not an invalidation. That's F1 fan by the looks of the disconnect. Oh, that's not good for F1 fan, already disconnecting within qualifying. He's still got enough time to come back, and by the looks he's DNF'd. So that isn't going to be good for F1 fan at all. As we now complete the first sector, Seb Gaming now coming onto the long straight at Kota. The long straight is he's going to have that another dosage of the drag reduction system now, opening the drag reduction system as his foot is now flat and down, using that ERS as well. You can see the acid of Jack Carrot in the background as we now come to the end of the long straight. It is now just technical corners to the line and one heavy high-speed corner. So, can he master these corners perfectly? All by the looks, getting really close there. Don't know if it's a restart or not. I don't think so. Oh, going a little bit wide there, Seb. So, Seb Gaming going a little bit wide, but he's still got a little bit to go. But Jet Carrot is absolutely all over the back of him, and we'll be having that dirty air. By the look, it is Swally at the S section. Bottled it. And it's a restart. Oh, my lord. It is a restart. as it was getting good as well, it's a restart. Already. The season hasn't even begun yet, and we're already in the restarting phase. I apologise, people. I will be back momentarily. I apologise for the wait. As F1 fan has disconnected. Oh, God, let's not get FNRL vibes when I used to commentate. Right, I shall be back in a moment when we finally have the new lobby up. And we are back after the short... apologies for that, everyone. We had to just... F1 fan is disconnected and he wouldn't be able to join back, so... Fair enough. We're just going to get the final couple of people in. And we shall be back underway. And we're gonna, so we've got 28 laps tonight. That will be fun. But we should technically nearly be done with qualifying. We should be near about halfway. So... Now we look to see... Oh, hello, Matt. Apologies, I will call you Matt if you would like. I should add you back, hold on. Don't mind these random people. Hello, TB Frisco. You know what? Well, there's some new nicknames tonight we were given. So, TBR Harrison is JSM called, even though the B, it's not a B, it's a D. Maybe the D should stand for dickhead. We should put that towards JSM. I don't know. JSM's JSM at the end of the day. We don't care. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I remember commentating last season. I was commentating Ben's fight. You know what? We'll do a bit of story time. Remember last season? Kota. I think it was like round 3 or 4. Casually. Commentating. Boom. Just commentating Ben's lap. Next thing you know, boom, JSM comes out of nowhere, and TB Frisco wins the cup. Fuck you, JSM, you little slag. I actually worked hard and put a lot of effort into that last lap commentary, and then he has the balls to come over and fuck you out. You mong. Reasons why we hate JSM, because he's a fuck ass. Knob. So, come on, people. Everyone I had to go. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm better than nothing, aren't I, people? And for you haters, fuck you. I don't give a shit if you hate me. Also, apologies for taking a bit longer. I want to go grab my phone charger as well because my phone was like, I had to put it on life support because it was dying. And we're finally going to get underway again for quali. Here we go, people. Right, I'm going to say for the second time today, we're going to get under for qualifying. So I apologise about that. There we go. Now we're underway. So hopefully... we shall be going. Just let everyone know. Just letting people know I'm back live. Why did I just see? They're all atting each other. I mean, I got the good boy role because I don't know why. But here we go. We're gonna finally, so for the second time today, we get under for qualifying. Hooray! Let's just activate the joke. Oh, that's just shutting everything off. Right, here we go then. People, come out again. So now we have another 18 minutes of qualifying and a 28 lap race around Kota. So, after my amazing start to the first lap, we restart once again as we now see Matt coming out the pits with... Whoa! Hey! Can we all stop being dangerous? We're going side by side in the pits, by the way. Whoa! Harrison going side by side. Whoa! Is that... Yeah, that's Harrison as well. Harrison and Matt going side by side in the pit lane. No problem, Kobe. Hope to see you soon, mate. Adios, my friend. I wish you the best for the future. Right, here we go then. Now, adios. Or, arrivederci. Right, here we go then. So now we begin the 18 minutes of qualifying around Kota to determine who's going to take the top spot at the top of the grid. Lots of drivers out now. So, we shall see. Drivers slowing down, letting others through. By the looks, everyone wants to settle their eyes on Harrison. So, we'll set our eyes on him. Harrison. So, as he would like to be called Four Eyes, recently got some new spectacles and would like the new name Four Eyes. So we'll give him the new name Four Eyes. So, Four Eyes now, coming to the end of the long straight at Kota, the back straight as we love to see. Here we go. So, we've 16 minutes remaining on the clock. We've just done the finish of the restart, and now we can finally get underway for this weekend. So, Harrison will now, hopefully, if he can quickly get around the corners, because I'm a little patient little sod, we can finally get underway for qualifying, which is, I'm hoping, I've got good hope. I bet Harrison would win today. So here we go then, penultimate corner for Harrison. What can he do? Here we go. Out of the final corner now, Harrison will be putting that car into qualifying mode, opening the drag reduction system to cross the line now to begin his lap as we now head into turn 1. I think it's 105 meters of elevation change into turn 1. You're blind through turn 1 as he's gone wide. He's going to have to go out and get pretty well. Again, he can save if he got the lap, but that was not a decent turn 1, so he's definitely going to be able to improve there. But he comes around the S section now at Kota. Very, very high-speed section now, but he completes the first sector as a 24.9. So probably, Matt will probably be going quicker behind him. But again, there's still 2 sectors remaining on the circuit as we now see him go down the hill. A lot of elevation here. So we will now see Harrison now flick that car left to go onto the back straight at Kota. He's going to have another dosage of the drag reduction system now, as he will open it now. So it's a long straight. So he'll be wanting to burn everything he's got, and his car will probably be burning a lot as well. Probably running the minimal fuel though, so he can go as quick as he physically possibly can. Not a bad end there to the back straight at Kota, but he's currently by the looks on for a decent lap, even though having a bad turn 1. He's by the looks trying to save what he can. A little snap there. Well, that isn't going to stop him though now as he comes round the famous part where we saw F1 fan, I want to say, overtaking Matt last season, but he comes around the penultimate corner now. A lot of drivers, everyone's out. Right, but it's the final corner now for Harrison. So what has he been able to salvage now as he rounds the final corner? Using the drag reduction system, it's a 32.522. So, considering that turn 1 wasn't too great, he's still gone quickest, but Polly goes for a 32.1 instead of 31.1. But we'll watch we'll watch Death Star, otherwise known as Seb. I'm going to call you Sebastian. So we see Sebastian now uphill. Oh, he had a little bit of understeer, so you can definitely find a bit of time. But no, he comes down here on the run to the back straight at Kota. Again, you're going to want a nice thing. You can see slow. I want to say that's Charlie. I'm going to call you Charlie because I don't know how to pronounce that. So we see Charlie slowing down and giving the place to Sebastian, even though we are in qualifying. But Sebastian opening up now that drag reduction system on the back straight of Kota. So will he be burning? Yeah, he is burning. We'll go on board with him for the final part of the lap. He's braking just before the 150 board. Oh, he hasn't hit the apex there, so he'll definitely be definitely having another go, which I do not blame him for. But here we go though. Around the final couple of parts now here at Kota. So what's it going to be for Sebastian as we see him now around the famous part at which F1 fan has now left a mark in history in Revline for, by the looks, what is he doing? I want to say he's going slow. I don't know. Is he maybe slowing down to go into the pits? No, he isn't. He's invalidated. I'm blind, so I didn't see that. A lot of people. But we see goals now going onto the back straight. He's going to have the drag reduction system as we hear the beep now as he activates it down the long straight now. There's a car up ahead. Hopefully it will move out the way for him and not cost him any time. But as we come into the next corner, he's hitting the apex absolutely beautifully. What an apex here it has been for Golsey already. So what can he salvage now for the rest of his lap? Hopefully it's going to be something good. And he's going to want a decent result. He doesn't hit the apex. I think he broke a little bit too late there. But again, there's still a couple more corners left. So he can still find enough time to maybe chuck it somewhere high enough up on the grid. Again, they're all fine for position here. So hopefully he can find something now. But we'll see him around the final corner now. What's it going to be for Golsey? He's going to activate the drag reduction system for one more time. It's going to be a 34.3. So puts him P8. But Seb, again, on another lap now, as he's missed the apex. So, what can Sebastian do then? He's hit the apex again, really nicely. So, a lot of people are out. and a couple of people are in. Mainly Polly, TB Frisco, Dean, Four Eyes, and F1 Fanny Hall. So, oh shit, please don't demonetize me, Twitch, for that. Oh god, no, I'm gonna get demonetized off Twitch now for that. Oh, well, I don't give a shit. Demonetize my fucking ass. But here we go then. Sebastian rounds the final corner now with a drag reduction system. Oh, he does activate. He activates it really late. It's a 35.5. Puts in P9 as Charlie goes to a 32. For 34.2, I mean. Swally on his outlap there. And so is Harry. So, Harry's closest to the line. So, watch Harry using the Sauber glitch livery. Probably his teammates will be running that as well. But here we go. He thinks he's only good because he's only got half of Harrison's name, but he rounds the final corner now to begin his lap, opening the drag reduction system now into turn 1. Heavy elevation change so that you're blind into the first corner. Remember when JSM made me used to take me through all the fucking laps like he did in Abu Dhabi, but we don't care because Abu Dhabi was last season and it's a new season, so it's a fresh start for everyone and everyone is still in contention for the championship, but unless you're quick. But only true talent crowns the champion, as they say, as it's a 24-9 in the first sector there for Harry. So he's gone purple. I think he's gone purple. I don't know. But if he has, it's somewhat wow. But again, if he has, it's only because he's got half of Harrison's name. But we don't care about that because to be goated, you've got to have Harrison's full name. As why is he doing that? By the looks... he's trying to get tow from the car ahead. I want to say that is from Harrison. I think it might be from Harrison. I do not know. But he comes to the end now of the long back straight at Kota with that drag reduction system now. So he's only got a good couple corners left. He's probably got about 6 or 7 left. So hopefully these will be good corners. And he can actually produce something well. And he can actually put a bit of effort into getting the constructors this season. So around the final couple of corners now, around the famous part, we saw F1 fan overtaking Matt last season, I want to say. What's it going to be as he rounds the penultimate corner, and that, as you can see, so he's clearly not burning, but he rounds the final corner now. He'll be opening the drag reduction system with that beep to the line. It's a 33.8 that only puts in P8. Oh, he gave me hope, but now I've lost all my hope that he isn't going to be able to score anything this season, which I won't even be seeing, by the way. Wow. So... we now wait, but by the looks, Harrison, well done. Watch Dean. So Dean just rounds turn 1. We're perfect. We've just hit Dean at the right time as Dean has begun his lap. So now he will be, as we now see Dean go through the F section. Again, very high speed corners here, so you want to be taking the tightest line possible, but carrying as much speed as you physically can as the now uphill heavy elevation change. Tries to battle Dean, but it doesn't stop Dean at all as we see him go down now. By the looks, it's sunny set conditions. I don't know. But behind Dean is F1 fan. But we're going to come off board with Dean and we're going to watch Harrison because Harrison's got a lot of potential today as he's trying to get that championship he lost last season, which Ben had stole, and by the time he came back, it was too late to get it and he was out of contention. So could this be the season Harrison finally becomes a Revline World Champion and adds another title to his 5 titles as he activates the drag reduction system now, coming out of the final corner to cross the line now to begin his lap? As we now go into turn 1. Again, he had a bad turn 1 on his first attempt, but he smashed it now on attempt 2. As he now... actually, no, it's attempt 2. It's attempt... oh, I'm guessing it's... no, it must be attempt 2. So Harrison now coming through the S section at Kota. Again, he's very, very... he's invalidated it once again. As Dean goes quickest, we should have stayed on board with Dean. He's gone quickest with a 31.9. 0.2 quicker than Polly. Wow, Dean. This isn't looking too good for Harrison. A lot of hope coming into today's race. I mean, again, he's not showing that hope at all. F1 fan, nearly a second. He's a good... oh, wow, good 0.8 off of his teammate. F1 fan, you won't be getting the work in, mate. You'll be sacked at the end of this race. Jokes. Don't worry, don't take it seriously just because I'm for RTP. So, prompts to Dean for that. What a lap from Dean we've just seen. Is Dean. So, who could we watch? We'll watch Zach, who's taken out 6 mortgages on gambling the past couple of days and past week. So, we'll watch Mr. Mortgage, or I'm going to take a mortgage go on a lap. Here we go. Final corner now. Activate the drag reduction system. Crossing the line to now begin his lap at Kota. As we will go on board with him into turn 1. You can't even see turn 1. So he's blind and he's gone wide. Oh, that rhymed. He's blind. He's gone blind and he's gone wide. Why does that sound really good together? So his teammate hasn't even set a lap yet, but hopefully we'll stay on board and we'll see what he can do. As we'll go, actually, we should go on board with him if I'm going to say that. Here we go. He's 2/10 off in the first sector, but here we go. Though uphill, he's really fighting this car. So his brother looks really starting to struggle here, but he's activating the ERS system, that extra deployment of energy, which will give him the boost off of out of these corners. So hopefully it's going to be good. But we will definitely be watching Harry in a moment when Harry goes onto his lap. Currently, Matt is quicker than him by 2/10, but on board with Zach now on the long straight. He's got the drag reduction system, so I wonder what he'll be able to produce. A lot of people going now as they will want to lock in. So, lots of people leaving now to finally lock in and see what they're able to produce. I found out we can actually look at people on the side of the lap, so that's pretty cool. And I found a couple new camera angles, which I'm hoping show today. But here we go, though. It's invalidated. Never mind. So we'll go on board with Mr. Harry. Actually, no, we won't, because I think that's the reason I keep losing views, is because we keep going on board with Harry. So we will look for... there's no one else going... Oh, we'll have to... everyone will have to suck it up. We'll have to do a commentator lap with Harry. And if someone comes out the pits now, we'll commentate their out lap, and then we'll go for their push lap. If we do that now, please. Hope. No one wants Harry. You know what, we'll tease Harry, guys. We'll tease Harry. We will tease Harry a little bit. So out of the final corner now, we see Harry now crossing the line with the drag reduction system into turn 1. So what is Harry going to be able to set? So into turn 1, he's blind, and he's gone wide one. Oh God, he's gone wide. Harry going wide once again. That's not good for Harry at all. This is why no one wants to watch him at all. But he comes around the S section now, very, very fast, and he's nearly 2 quarters and a tenth off. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just unmuted myself saying that just to annoy him, because you gotta love teasing Harry. But again, he's down. I don't think he's not having a great first sector at all. This lap's a bit shit. But why are you going wide? He's trying to take the outlet from Seb Gaming. But it isn't looking good. We have to stay on board with him. I don't want to be near his head. There we go. We're not on board with him. We're good distance now from Harry. So hopefully he can actually do something to become the centre of attention for once, as he's now fighting his Delta. Not good enough for Harry. Not good at all. Dean in the chat saying he's low-key cooking. Not in this chat, but in the Revline General. He is cooking alright. And Dean could be taking provisional pole today, as long as someone doesn't fucking steal it. And I will be bouncing because I'm wearing my Silverstone special hat for Dean, having the luck that he'll be able to do something. But out of the final corner now comes Mr. I am slow, and I didn't score many points for the constructors, and he only goes 10,000ths of a second quicker. But here we go. Dean says he's cooking, but the one threat to his provisional pole. You can see the drivers coming out of the pits now. But here we go, though. The one guy that can stop everyone today from a provisional pole is Harrison. Again, Harrison's got a lot of potential. We've seen him on pole in the past, and we've seen his pace last year. But again, something happened last year. I can't remember what happened last year, but he didn't get it in the end, and TB Frisco took it. So, Four Eyes. Can Four Eyes take it back again this season? Or will Four Eyes again have to DNF and lose out on the win? So we'll see Four Eyes now begin his lap. It's shocking. Well, a lot of people are out now. You can just see the yellow flags waving because everyone is just wanting a distance. So threats today for Dean's pole. If Dean cannot improve heavily in qualifying, TB Frisco, Four Eyes, Polytheism, i.e. Poly, or F1 Fanny Hole if he can get a lap together. Matt could also be a massive threat as well if he can find a lot of time. But again, we'll watch Four Eyes go on his lap. And again, this is now the last couple of minutes of qualifying I'll probably ever be commentating. So we'll make these next couple of minutes good, and we'll make this final bit of qualifying amazing. But here we go for the last 1 minute 40 seconds of me ever commentating in qualifying. Now we'll see Harrison begin his lap, and it'll be the final time I'll see a driver now crossing, as he now crosses the line to begin his lap. Into turn 1 we go. Again, blind turn 1. So can he do anything better this attempt? I think he clipped that just perfectly, and he's carried more speed as we have seen him use the exit curb out of turn 1. He now comes to the S section at Kota, the very, very fast speed corners here at Dakota. He's going to be pushing the limits, and he's going to be trying to improve. He's already 2/10 up, so he's already showing he could be a threat and take away provisional pole from Dean. But Dean's got a lot to do. By the looks, everyone has crossed the line. Dean has crossed the line. Dean is now on his lap as Dean. We can see Dean on the mini-map coming into turn 1. But Harrison now will enter the back straight with another dosage of the drag reduction system. So he'll be burning everything he physically can. TB Frisco on his lap. So what can Four Eyes do now? Can Four Eyes take pole position, TB Frisco, or can Dean find an improvement good enough to keep provisional pole? Again, this is Dean's debut season at Ferrari in red. It's a shitbox, but we love to see it. He's 4/10 up. Again, he's got a sector to go, so he's really, really being a massive threat now to Dean's pole. So, can he take away provisional pole from Dean, from the Dutchman? Or can he not? Again, he's still got 1 sector to go, so there's all still time to find here. But again, anything to do. He rounds the penultimate corner now, and we will see him round the final corner now. So can Harrison take provisional pole and snatch provisional pole away from Dean? The drag reduction system enabled now to the line. He has, but he's only taken it by a couple of milliseconds. So is Dean on improvement? He's fighting his delta. Dean is currently fighting his delta here, but he's only got a sector to go. So can Dean fight his delta enough, and can Dean take provisional pole back away from Harrison? So now as he rounds the penultimate corner, he's really pushing those. You can see him pushing these limits as he rounds the final corner now with a dosage of the drag reduction system. What's it going to be? Dean chucks it back onto provisional pole by a couple of milliseconds. Well, good. Half a tenth. But what can TB Frisco do? He rounds the line now. Can he take provisional pole? He can't. It's only P4 for TB Frisco. So, F1 finally 30 thousandths of a second up isn't going to be enough. So, Dean showing he's currently the quickest driver on track, and F1 fan invalidates. So F1 fan only going to be here for P7. But what's Zach going to be able to do? Again, lots of hope for Zach still, unless Harrison is on another lap. No, Harrison cannot fight for provisional pole anymore. So the only driver still capable of being able to fight. Oh, Zach isn't going to be able to do it. He's 2/10 down. Oh, he's invalidated it. So the hope is gone. Is everyone gone? Oh my god! Can Sebastian actually do something good here tonight at Koa? So what's he going to be able to produce around the final corner now? It's going to be nothing bad. It's only P11. So, Dino's Penis takes provisional pole for the season opener in Revline. What an amazing way to start off the season for Dean, as he finally takes pole by 44 thousandths of a second. Now that's impressive. So we will be back in a couple of moments' time for the main race. But for now, it's... Hold on. Good evening, everybody. We are here in Kota now. So we're less than a couple of moments away from the beginning of the season opener here for Revline. So I wonder what's gonna happen. Last season, Turn 1 was Educata. We can remember. I want to say it was around 3 or 4. But here we go though. The 5 lights come on for the first time for season 4. As Revline are underway at Kota. I don't want to say it's been a too great start there for Dean, but I think he's covered Harrison off enough. As that's TB Frisco into turn 1. He's going to dive down the inside. Lots of drama already into turn 1. Debris everywhere. As Harrison, Four Eyes, takes the lead of the Circuit of the Americas. What an amazing start there, but Dean's already under pressure by TB Frisco, the 2-time world champion from as he took the championship last season. A lot of pressure there, but Harrison has just dived down the inside and absolutely legged it on the start already. So Harrison now legs it from the start, so he can try break the DRS when it gets activated at the start of the next lap. So Dean drops from pole now into P2. TB Frisco having a vague sniff there. But again, it's nothing too special there from TB Frisco. Possible strategies today, a 1 or 2 stop. But again, I have no clue of rain's forecast, so anything can still happen. Bit cloudy, but what's TB Frisco going to do? Is it going to be down the inside for TB Frisco? It is down the inside for TB Frisco. As he's still side by side with Dean. They're going to go alongside still. I want to say with 6 or 7 corners left to go now. Is he going to be able to stick the move? Can he get ahead of Dean? Oh, yes, he can. TB Frisco now moving up into P2. So, TB Frisco now takes P2 off Dean, as Dean has dropped from the lead all the way down into 3rd. We got yellow flags, and that's Swally. Swally has spun. That isn't good. So, Four Eyes now leads the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix already. As TB Frisco now begins his charge to try challenge his rival, as we love to see these two absolutely scrap. I love milking them for content. So, through turn 1 now, TB Frisco's got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch Four Eyes at all. Harry actually finally being useful this season. He's made a position up through turn 1, so not bad there. But he now sets his sights on Golsey. But we won't stay on that fight for too long, because there's a fight for P2 here, and it's with your pole sitter, and it's with TB Frisco. But again, TB Frisco's got a massive trade of cars behind him. Again, Dean's also under pressure by Matt. But again, F1 fan is applying the... But again, F1 fan's got a lot of work to do. He's going to even try to catch his teammate. So hopefully he can produce a decent result. Again, Circuit of the Americas is a good circuit for F1 fan to lock the hell in and absolutely push his limits. We have a caution again, as we see... Who is that? That is Seb Gaming off... Oh, no, I've just chucked all the thing away. That is not good. But we see Dean trying to make a move on TB Frisco. We see a lot of scrapping behind. Hold on. Zach is going to go side by side with Matt here as they go. He's going to try the switch back. What a move there. As he's made 2 positionings. He's just gone from P6 to P... What? I have no clue where he came from, but he just made an amazing move there. Only got him up a position though. But F1 fan also having another vague sniff. He's going, just was going side by side. But we're going to go on board as, getting close between these two. Tad bit of wheel bang in there. But TB Frisco still keeps the lead. So Harrison currently leads the Circuit of the leads at the Circuit of the Americas with TB Frisco 2.1 behind. Golsey has retired as he has left. So Golsey, by the looks, has finished. So TB Frisco has now got the work of either undercutting or actually pushing. But again, he's got lots of pressure from Dean. But again, TB Frisco's got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch Four Eyes. So he's got a lot of clean air, and he's only got a 2.2 second gap. He's not close enough yet for the drag reduction system. You have to be with under a second of the car in front to be able to get the dosage of the DRS. So, can TB Frisco catch Four Eyes? Or what can Dean do? Because we see F1 fan having a little vague sniff there. But we'll have a look as well, because Polly's having a little sniff there on Harry. They're going to go side by side. But again, we're going to keep up the action up front, as we can see F1 fan going side by side. And we can see Dean Ospina's taking P2 away from TB Frisco. So TB Frisco... not lead. So TB Frisco did drop down to P3 there, but he's still fighting Dean, and he's still ahead. But Dean's going to try the move down the inside. No contact. They're still leaving a good length of room. Very, very sportsmanlike there. But Zach's going to have a little sniff. Can he take? He's gonna have to take another mortgage out after the amount of damage he's probably gonna produce this race. Trying to having to replace that front wing. But Zach's under pressure by F1 fan. But Matt's also under pressure, who also gets a 3-second penalty. So Matt, with 3 seconds now, we'll definitely be seeing who gets the most penalties today, as they get to take the living piss out of them. As we can see, Harry. Oh my lord, Harry should be helping, but we miss it. Oh, F1 fan coming into turn 1 now, overtaking Zach, and Zach's going to have another sniff. So, there's 2 Scuderias now. As I like to call them. The Scuderia red tractors now are now on the hunt for the green wheelie bin with AIDS. So, what are they going to be able to do? But again, TB Frisco's got a lot of work in his back if he's going to have the chance of catching Four Eyes. So, can TB Frisco catch Four Eyes this season? Well, can he catch him at all? The gap's extended. It's now 2.8. It's 2.9. As that's Swally once again off, as we can see there's cautions in the first sector for Swally. So now onto the back straight we go. Harrison leading comfortably. But again, there's lots of pressure on. There's a massive DRS train of only 4 cars. So here we go though. Only on lap 4, this is going to be a hell of a long race. Can I please get off the spectate menu? Yes, we can. We'll just change cars. So now we're on board with Dean, who's now behind him is his teammate. So by the looks, I had hope, but the hope's gone. Being Ferrari TP is so... I'm being delusional, but Zach's going to have another... Is he going to have a sniff on F1 fan? He's just not close enough for the dirt. Yeah, has kind of killed his momentum and is cornering around that. So he'll back off for now. Oh, going a little bit wide. He's already got a penalty. He doesn't want to build up too many penalties. Although we can get it removed after the race. It won't be too good. We'll go on board, though, with Dean. So we'll have a look at the gearbox. You can see him pulling from his teammate, but as we now barrel down into turn 1, again, it's the most blind corner on the circuit. Because you have no clue when it's coming up, and you have to brake at the exact right time to make the corner. But he's made it, and TB Frisco is starting to pull a gap now on Dinas Pinas. So, the fight is still continuing out front. As that, by the look, Sebastian has disconnected and I've missed that. Luckily, he's still in the race, so he can just come back. He can take control of his car and he can make a comeback. So, as we now, again, going onto the back straight, as we see Mount travelling on sniff there on Zach. But it isn't enough. So again, we wait, but he's closer on this attempt. He's activated the ERS a lot earlier than before, and he's got the drag reduction system, and he's now going to fly by. So by the looks, Jack Hara is now... so now Matt overtaking Zach, which isn't good. But, TB Frisco getting a penalty, but F1 fan is having a little sniff there at his teammate. Oh, contact again. They'll be turning as they are in the Team VC, as I am in the Sauber one, because I have specialties as a commentator. So, we're definitely at some point in the race going to have to go down to the McLaren pit wall to get Fat Brown's take on Harrison's lead. I totally won't be using AI to do that, I'm right, but oh well. So, TV Frisco struggling to catch Four Eyes, but again, Four Eyes, now he's got Four Eyes, it's going to be able to mark and pinpoint every possible thing and go even quicker. After getting spectacles this week, Four Eyes hopes he's going to be able to go even quicker, and by the looks, it's paying off. He's 3 seconds ahead on lap 6. So, amazing stuff there from the 5-time world champion. So, Dean, again, he's still on the back there of TB Frisco, but again, he can just stay here because TB Frisco has a penalty. So, TB Frisco's got a lot of work to do. He's going to have to get Dinos Pinas, F1 Fanny Hole, Matty, and Zaki Taki off him. So, again, we go on to the back straight at Kota. Dean having a little moment. So, could this give his teammate a chance? They're both equal on ERS deployment. That's something you don't see every day. You can see they're burning. Oh, they burn. Oh, we're going to see down at the end of the straight. It's going to be a dive from Dean. Is TB Frisco going to be able to hold position? Again, TB Frisco being the absolute masterclass of defence. He holds it off, but F1 fan's going to have a sniff on his teammate. The Scuderia tractors absolutely going at each other. Pardon my voice crack. Not expecting a voice crack at that time. But F1 fan, he made a move around here last year. Can he do it again? He's just not close enough and not got the momentum to try. Ay, ay, ay. So F1 fan is now starting to put the pressure onto his teammate, as they will probably be telling each other that they don't want to fight and they're trying to help each other here. I mean, currently Ferrari are on for a double podium here. And Matt is just watching this, so Matt could slip and get him at any given moment. But TV Frisco still carries P2 and still holds Dina's Penis, F1 Fanny Ha, and Matty Watty behind. Zach's fallen off a little bit, so he's got a lot of work to be doing. As we still see as Harry, which we're not watching the back too much. Again, Harry just bottling it casually at the back, which we love to see, and I need to kind of get more of, so we can laugh off. Oh, there's the fan zone over there. I discover so many new things while doing commentary, like where parts are on the circuit. It is the specialties of commentary, you see, people. But here we go then. So, now on lap 7, just coming out of lap 6. Please, I swear to God, someone in the chat says 6-7. I'm timing you out for 600 seconds. But here we go though. Dina's Penis making a move now on TV Frisco. Has he made it stick? He has. So Dina's Penis finally makes the move, but you can see F1 fan having a brawl and having a go there on TV Frisco. He's going to go around the outside, but again he's got a longer run. He's going to carry more speed. He's still going side by side. They bang wheels as it's down the inside for F1 fan. What a move. Hold on. Can he make the move stick? We're going to go on board. Can he do it again for another season running? Oh, he can't. Hold on. No. Can he? Can he? Can he do it again? He can't. He's still going side by side. We have yellow flags. That's not good. Ooh, what a move. But TV Frisco dropping now down into P4 as the scooter air tractors now move up into the podium positions. But TV Frisco dives down into turn 1. He's banging F1 fan. F1 fan's going to have none of this, and he's going to definitely be fighting back. The 2-time Revline World Champion struggling at the season opener, which is something you don't see every day. But again, he's got a lot of potential as we see Polly. No, Polly spins. Not good. So, Matt now is going to be able to put the pressure on Mr. TV Frisco, whilst Four Eyes has nearly a lead of 5 seconds. Oh, Ferrari Ferrari being Ferrari. They've made a massive mistake. Dean has jumped way too far up ahead, and that he's now got an F1 fan out of that range. So F1 fan won't have the dosage of the drag reduction system. Swallow getting 3 seconds there, but by the looks, F1 fan is okay for the moment. So Dean is probably going to try now start the hunt for Four Eyes, and Ferrari are hoping today going to get a 1-2 after I went into the VC and told them if they don't get a 1-2 they're both getting sacked. I'm only kidding. It's just motivation to get them to get a 1-2. You got to threaten to sack your drivers. You got to do a Yossel Stappen, people. As that's Polly once again. What's he doing? Huh? Why is Polly stopped in track chat? Chat. I think Polly's had a massive chat. What's happened with Polly? Polly's retired. Oh my god. So Polly retires. He's gone straight on at the thing by the look. So that is not good at all. So, Zach now, after pushing and putting enough effort in, he now comes back into the fight for P2 for the podium positioning. So, F1 fan now back in the DRS range of his teammate, Dina's Penis. So, who is going to be taking P2 today? Very odd to see Polly just stopped on circuit. Ain't no way. So here we go then, onto the back straight again. So Zach's now back in the DRS range, as we will now see Dean. So now Dean giving and actually listening to what I want him to do, even though he probably can't hear me. There you go, you can just see Harrison ahead. Good on you, Harrison, because Jesus Christ, that lead. But F1 fan is going to make a change now for P2. So by the looks, they're either swapping. There's a little look there from F1 fan. So by the looks now, it's F1 fan will now see if he can do anything to bring this lead down and start fighting. Ow, I've nearly just hurt myself. But we see Seb Gaming and Swally going at each other. We won't watch that too long because there's a bigger fight up ahead. We're still waiting to see on what happens. So, F1 fan Now, P2, and now, unless the DRS swapping to try and catch Four Eyes, again, that's a really good strategy, especially here where there's a lot of straights. But F1 Fan, he is finding time, and he is cutting time out of Harrison's lead already. I say, as now the lead of the race comes to 5 seconds. So Harrison, by the looks, is trying to do everything he can. Harrison's teammate down in P7. So, Harrison just showing why he's the number 1 driver as Polly sadly leaves the session. Adios, Polly. So, F1 Fan comes around the S section, leading from P2. Lots of going on there. He's got a massive chain of cars behind, but he's hopefully going to try to do something to Harrison's lead. But again, he's got a lot of work to do. He's already beating his teammate, and TB Frisco again. 6 seconds for TB Frisco. So this isn't going to be too great for TB Frisco as they come onto the straight once again. We are now, oh my god, we're on lap 10. So we have a good 19 or 18 laps to go. So again, anything can still happen, and a safety car would really spice the race up. Especially if we got a massive, massive amount of rain. Because rain in a safety car always loves to spice up a race. And we've got to love a race spice up. Even if it is something. But we see Matt and Zach going at each other. So the number 8 and versus the number 2. It's a switch down the inside there for Zach. Down the inside Zach goes, forcing Matt off the track. Is he going to give positioning, or is he actually going to go around the outside? As that is around the outside there for Zach. So Zach versus Matt. These two have had lots of things in the past. We've seen controversies between these two in the past. Very, very eager dive bomb there from Matt. So Matt's not happy at all, and he's going to be doing everything he can to get past into turn 1. Oh, he's moving on to braking. Zach, what are you doing? You'll definitely be having to take a mortgage out for the amount of fine you're going to have to pay after this race. So Harrison now will go on board. Harrison lead by 5.3 seconds. What a lead he's having already. I think we're nearly half race distance. So Harrison, we're nearly at half race distance. So Harrison having a comfortable lead now. We should see the pit stop windows opening very, very shortly. Hopefully we do. I can't remember what lap it was we saw, but we were going to definitely be seeing it at some point. So Harrison still leads, and he's lapping Seb Gaming. But we see Sebastian in 9th. So Sebastian cooking in 9th in a Williams, not bad. You gotta love it. He's only reserving because he is Sauber TP and he loves a good reserving. After making the bet today, he could get more points, but he dives into the pits. Ooh, you know what? We'll dive down into pit lane and let's see if we can. Let's play spot the wild JSM, and we can. Oh, is that JSM there? The black one? Oh no, we can't see JSM. But that's TB Frisco, and that's Dean. No, Dean, come on. So after diving into the pit lane and having a little dive into the pit lane, by the looks mentioning JSM has messed Dean up as we see Dean diving into the pits now. So Dean's going to try the undercut here. But will the undercut be enough? You can see the wear on his tyres. And you can see the wear on TB Frisco, F1 Fan, and Four Eyes' tyres. So F1 Fan is trying to actually put the work in now to see if he can try cut Harrison's lead down. Amazing stuff here from the Irishman. But could he do anything to stop the 5-time world champion Brit from winning today here at the circuit, the Americas? TB Frisco, 1.8 off F1 Fan, so F1 Fan has some clean air. So does TB Frisco, but TB Frisco again is going to want to do anything he can as Harry moving up, and we see Dean now on the hard compound tyres. So by the looks, Dean's wanting to do the final 17 laps, or 16 laps. 6, 7, sorry. On the hard compound tyres. I'm so sorry, people. I should not have just done the 6, 7. Because no one likes 6, 7. A bit like no one likes Harry's driving style. But F1 Fan, he's actually doing something. He's cutting the lead down on Harrison, as that's Harry getting a penalty. Yikes! So you can see Matt behind him. So a lot of people going. F1 Fan has started now to cut a bit of time out of your race leader. So, is Harrison finally struggling? Are we now going to see signs of Yeah, we're going to see Harrison dive into the pits. So Harrison dives into the pits. Is F1 going to dive into the pits? Yes, he is. Is TV Frisco going to dive into the pits? Yes, he is. The top 3 into the box now. So we will watch the top 3 in the box. So we watch So we watch TB Frisco now go to the end of the pit lane as we see Zach into the pits. So by the looks, Dean's thinking the undercut could be the winning move here, but by the looks, it isn't going to be the winning move because Harrison's only just exiting the pits now, even though Dean's going to have the massive advantage. By the time Harrison out of the pits now, he's already at turn 1. So has Dean undercutted, has Dean made the undercut work on TB Frisco? He has! Dean making the move stick on to TB Frisco. We've now got to defend for the life of him. Amazing stuff from the Dutchman then. Not then. Fuck. Can't undo something. Oh, it's pissed me off. Oh well. So by the look now, F1 fan is in a close attacking range to Harrison. So F1 fan's going to need a miracle today that he could catch Harrison. But again, Harrison is a lot of ERS out. But F1 fans just going to have to pray he can do anything, because there's still another half of this race to go, another half for me to commentate. But again, anything could happen. A safety car could really spice something up now, knowing some of the drivers have just made it into the box. So we see Dean making a move on TB Frisco. No, TB Frisco and Dean having another scrap again. But TB Frisco is going to make it stick this time. Is Dean going to shag it down the inside? He does. Down the inside, Dean's sticking to his line, but he's not going to give up yet. We head around the fast right-hander section now, the famous place where F1 fan made that move on Zach or someone last year. I cannot remember who. But TB Frisco gets ahead of Dean on the new compound. So by the look, it was TB Frisco struggling on that old compounded tyres. But we see a yellow flag, and who is that? That is Seb Gaming. He's spun it again. There'll now be blue flags. So that's not too good there for Seb Gaming. Another spin, and by the looks, he's got front wing damage. Yes, he has. So, but Harrison laps him once again, and Dean and TB Frisco are going again. Once again, these two going at each other. This is a fight that will probably be going on for many laps, but God forbid we know how long this will go on for, because Dean could spin, or TB Frisco could spin, or something mad could happen to one of the pair of them, which we don't want to see, because we want racing action, and that's the only reason why we are here today. So, 6/10 separate these two now. So they go on to the back straight at Kota. Dean will have the drag reduction system to help him now and assist him of trying to get the move done. They're both flashing each other as Dean he's going to dive it down the inside. Why is it not showing? He's flicked that wheel instantly. As you see TB Frisco, we're going to have to go on board with Dean because we can't do anything else. Is Dean going to try the switch back here on TB Frisco? Why is it not letting us go off? We'll have to. Oh my God! Can we please see this fight game? So, we're missing out on a peak fight because the game cannot get us off of this camera angle. It is so annoying. There we go. So, Dean, finally now, having the... So, we're going to hopefully see Dean make a move on TB Frisco very shortly. But Matt and Zach are catching. Oh, they're definitely catching, alright. So, the fighting of these two is slowing them both down. Matt getting another 3 seconds. So, that isn't going to be good for Matt at all. So as we go into turn 1, again, the DRS it's not enough. By the looks, Dean is saving for that back straight once again, which Dean loves to be saving for by the looks. Zach gets a 3-second penalty. A lot of people getting penalties. By the looks, it's the S section again, like last season, catching everyone out. As we are on lap 15. So, as we on lap 15, see a Mercedes going slow once again. Who is it? As it is, by the looks, it is Seb once again. So Seb Gaming struggling, but Harrison having a 5.3 second lead. And by the looks, Dean has dropped off a little bit. He's now nearly under a second. He's now nearly over a second away from TB Frisco. But again, he's coming down now. As they're going to come down to the end of the straight at Kota. It's a switch back from Dean now. As they dive down, there's near contact with these two. So... Dean's again going to try to stay as close as he physically can now to TB Frisco, but can TB Frisco continue to fend Dean off, or can he continue to try build a gap for every time that works? But again, it won't work for too long because TB Frisco has 6 seconds worth of penalties for track limits. Because the track limits in this game are just annoying, which I personally agree with, because I got disqualified when I did a race around here, and I got disqualified within 3 laps, even though it was a 3-lapper. I didn't even get to the line. I got to the end of Sector 1, and literally started going up there when I got disqualified. I was not happy. But here we go, though, into Turn 1. Again, the drag reduction system trying to assist Dean, but again, it doesn't assist Dean as much. They're both trying to save her, because again, they're both going to want a lot here. They're both going to want a lot. So, TB Frisco still continuing to lead from P3. F1 fan isn't really doing much to Harrison's lead. Harrison's still got a comfortable lead, and he's still building that gap. So F1 fan is going to have to pray that something can happen. Because the hope is F1 fan can maybe win a title this season. Harrison saying that he thinks F1 fan could win a title this season. But again, Harrison's the one wanting to win the title this season. So we now see the gap nearly go to 6 seconds. Wow. Massive, massive gap Harrison has pulled here on F1 fan. But again, the drag reduction system, by the looks, assisting Dean. He's just not close enough. Dean is really low on the RS, and so is TB Frisco. So hopefully he'll be able to do something very shortly. As in true GSM style, I have come back from the pits. I'm kidding. I apologise, I'm back. So, we have now 11 laps remaining here at the Circuit of the Americas, and Harrison has got a 6.7 second lead to F1 fan. So F1 fan is trying to show that he should be the number 1 driver here at Ferrari, and Dean should be the number 2. But again, it's 2 drivers trying to fight to see who could be the number 1 and who can be on top here. So, with 11 laps remaining, it's still all to be counted for. As it's going to be, hopefully, a very intense couple of laps if we get a fight. But again, we might have a Sergio Perez versus Fernando Alonso, Brazil 2023 last lap fight for the final podium position here. But again, that's if Dean can get 6 seconds worth of time penalties. But so far, he's kept it within the white lines, and F1 fan gets a 3-second penalty, as that is Swally once again. So hold on here. The Sauber TP is actually scoring some points here. So, we now have... So, with 11 laps remaining still, it's still anyone's game, but Dean dives down the inside at the end of the straight, and there's contact! There's contact with the 2 rivals from last season. So, Hopefully, this is going to be Dean's redemption season as well. But only one can be crowned on top, and he's going to have to try to do everything this season. As the mighty Harrison is going to try to do everything he can. By the looks, he's trying to give. I don't want to say he's trying to give wing damage, but he's really trying to be tight here. On board, we can just see it. We can just see TB Frisco on the gearbox of Dina's penis. Who, in my opinion, is going to absolutely be flying. So here we go into turn one. I don't know why my brain just cut out for a second. That's TB Frisco switching, making the switch into turn one, and Dean is going to have to put up with it. But Matt and Zach are now back into the occasion. So now there's a fight for the final podium positioning. But again, Dean's the only one here with that penalty. A penalty from Dean now could really mess up Dean's race. Zach getting another 3-second penalty. At this point, he's probably going to get a lot of fines, which means he's probably got to take out a shit ton of mortgages to even pay these fines off. We've seen him do it. We've seen him do it with 4 and 5 lappers where he's bet stuff, and he did it today. You know, when we had the thing in the VC where we could hear him calling the bank, but the bank has sadly blocked his number, so he can't take out any more mortgages. So. We see TB Frisco under pressure by Dean at the end of the straight again. Oh, there's contact, and that's TB Frisco hit by Dean. So TB Frisco is definitely going to be annoyed now, and will definitely be reporting that to the stewards, because that's not going to be good for Dean. And Dean will probably either take that fault or start complaining as well. Again, it's a Dutchman. Dutch people complain, and I mean that really nicely. So there's still a good fight here we can watch. So Dean finally now says, as Seb Gaming is disqualified. Whoa. Holy Jesus. Disqualification. You don't see that every day, do you? But Matt is under pressure by TB Frisco. So TB Frisco going to make a dive into turn one. No, he doesn't. Again, it's a very risky move into turn one, but again, if you can hit it right, it's an amazing, satisfying move after his game has left. By the looks, one of the people watching, I don't know why I'm starting to commentate like JSM, because again, JSM does this, and I don't want to become JSM. But here we go. Once again, they go around the S. Keep doing. Here we go. So we see Matty Batty Smacky going up. He's currently P4. And again, he's got the charging TB Frisco behind, and behind TB Frisco is the one, the only Zacky Tacky. So, Harry now. We witness Harry get a penalty, everyone. We should definitely be putting this up on the TikTok. Come on, F1 fan. I would definitely love to see that on the TikTok. So, we won't watch Harry for too long because there's a massive scrap behind. Jesus Christ, you can see the scrap. And Matt is going to go full push now onto Dean. We will check the penalties because I would like to see the penalties that are happening. So we have... Whoa. Jesus, 24 seconds. That's most penalties already broken. And that's Swally at turn one. Oh, that's wing damage as well. There's debris on the main straight. Whoa. With Deanie, we are F1 fan, as that's TR. By the looks, is Dean going for the DRS swap? Is Dean going to go for the DRS swap? He's tried the DRS swap, but Dean's failed it. He doesn't know where the detection is, and Dean, oh my god, Jack Carrot with 15 seconds worth of time penalty. It's into turn one now. What is Matt going to do? I mean, Matt, not Jack Carrot. I sincerely apologise, Matt. He's forced off by Dean, who then gives Zach a massive advantage as they come through the S's. Oh my lord, the penalties are massive here today. But again, lots of cautioning, and that Swally, I think, are obviously giving positioning. Oh, only 3 people watching. Well, we've still got 8 laps remaining. Or 8 or 7. 8, 7. Okay, I'll do that because that's actually more appropriate than 6, 7. Now here we go. Currently 8:35 PM for me. 9:35 if you're someone called Dean and you're Dutch. So, what is it going to be for little? So, the question is, who's going to take the final podium positioning? By the looks, the only 2 people today to not be taking penalties is Dean and Four Eyes. But again, you gotta love. You gotta love a good scrap here at Kota. So, TB Frisco has put Dean out of the drag reduction system range. So now Dean is under pressure. And he's switchbacked by Zach. Down the inside goes Zach on Dean. So Dean is going to absolutely have none of that. And is going to make his charge back now on Zach. But he's going to dive down the end. Oh, very sniff down the inside there. So, risky move there from Dean as he tried. But again, he backed off, said it was no, and he's going to wait again. So, with the drag reduction system now, what's he going to do? Again, Zach doesn't have the drag reduction system as he's nowhere near. And Swarty gets 10 seconds. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. As Harrison gets a 3-second penalty. All good there for Harrison. Oh, an outside from Dean there. So, these last 6 or 7 laps now are going to be the most stressful laps now. So, Dean has now got the pressure on of not getting a penalty, and he has to kind of really push now, because again, TB Frisco, he needs to just pull as much as he physically can now from the Dean. But again, Zach could help him, and Seb has left the session. We've had a DNF. I think that's Swally. So, we'll definitely be seeing Seb, because Seb's goated. Wait, we can now call Death Star Seb. There we go. Right, Seb, P9, peak. You gotta love the guy. He's only got 3 seconds worth penalties. Oh, he's gonna have a sniff around the outside of Zach at the end of the back straight. Coach, and that's Matt giving him a nice rear ending and telling him, "Have my fat one, you Dutch dick." Wow. So, by the looks, I would definitely be picking F1 fan as driver number 1 as Jack. I get another 3 seconds. I mean, Matt, sorry. 18 seconds. Jesus Christ, Matt. I had faith in you, Matt. So Dean is probably going to be trying to do everything he physically can now to try to get past Zach. Because again, he's going to want to stay close to TB Frisco. But we'll have a look, because this guy, he's the only driver. He's the lonely driver. 4 eyes. Leading the circuit of the Americas Grand Prix by a massive gap of nearly 10 seconds. Of 9.5 seconds he is leading it by. What amazing stuff we've seen from Harrison today. Is he gonna get those to the DRS? Oh no, he's gonna clip the apex, but again, you have to clip the apex every lap as long as it's good. Blue flags as he gives way now. So Harry living up to his name, only being half good because then you got half of Harrison's name. So we are on lap 23. 6 or 7 laps remain. I don't know. Hold on. 23. Hold on. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yes, 5 or 6 laps. I mean, not 7. I don't know where I got that from. So 5 or 6 laps. We are going to have. No, there'll be 5 laps remaining soon. But we're missing that. As I say, there's lots of drama going on at the back, and Dean is getting absolutely cooked in defence by Zach. So, TB Frisco could be on the podium tonight, and I could be right with my winning prediction, but the question is, can TB... Well, no, TB Frisco probably won't be able to catch F1 fan and take P2, unless F1 fan has a massive moment. But hopefully I don't want to jinx it, because again, F1 fan is one of my drivers, and so is Dean. So, Dean, if you're listening to this right now, my friend, you might want to up the pace, my good sir, because you have literally got to get past, because we could get a double podium here today. And you're just being a shame and making me feel sad. So... Dean, again, with the dosage of the drag reduction system as they come onto the main straight now. You know what, we'll get a track map up, because I kind of want one. I should have done this before the start of the race. But we are now got 5 laps remaining, and Harrison leads has led basically the race from start to finish. So we shall hopefully see Harrison on top at the end. Yeah, so nice lead there from Harrison. But we're going to go back again, and we will leave Harrison now to do his own thing. Zach, Dean, and Matt. Currently all fighting for P4 here, but again, Matt's got like 18 seconds, so Matt's got nothing. Holy Jesus, 27 seconds! Someone's already broken the most penalty. Holy Jesus, 27 seconds! Hold on, I've got to take a picture of that. Hold on. Oh, somebody remind me at the end of the stream to take a picture of that, because that is insane. But there's yellow flags, and that's Swally once again. more wing damage. God, he could be taking out mortgages, and we'll see that. So we'll jump back again. And by the looks, the fighting might not be going on for much longer, as they're all starting to spread out and lose time, and Zach is starting to pull away. Seb has 33 seconds. Oh my lord. That's double. That's nearly. Oh my god. No, that's impressive. 33. Thank you so much, Arthur, for letting me know. 33 seconds. So that explains why Seb Gaming has been disqualified for 33 seconds worth of penalties. That's insane. And we've got another disqualification. Oh my lord. Holy jeez. So hold on. That's 2 disqualifications. That is the most we've had in any season of in Revline in any format. Wow. So, Death Star, or otherwise known as Sebastian, is now in PA, and he is now going to be scoring more points than F1 Fan has wins in his own league. That is actually embarrassing. Wow, double the points, double the skills, double the thrills. We love to see it. Dean's just not close enough. The drag reduction system is assisting him, but again, he hasn't got much doing to be done. So, 4 seconds now. Dean could get a miracle here, as who is that? Ah, no, it's Seb. Seb. So we've had 2 disqualifications tonight. And Seb Gaming being the one with 33 seconds. Again, thank you to Arthur for telling that to me, because I'm absolutely flabbergasted at that. So, well, you know what, we'll watch the goat Seb get that, because Seb's just got aura chat. Seb with aura chat. Chat, everyone say W Seb in the chat. W Seb, people. W Seb, he's goated. I want to see W's in the chat for him. Oh, Dean! So here we go. Back on board with this fight. We're jumping on and off because lots of stuff's going on, but we need to stick on this fight. It's been going on for multiple laps now, and again, there's not much we can really do, but we just sit and wait. So, Dean is doing everything. Yay! Holy Jesus! Lot of drama going on there. So by the looks, he's trying to do everything. Oh my lord. A lot of penalties coming at everyone's way tonight. So, the record's been beaten by over 9 seconds. And that now goes to Seb Gaming with 33 seconds worth of time penalties this race and getting disqualified. As Charlie gets 30 seconds as well and is disqualified. But here we go though. Dean having another go. We have 2 laps to go. So, again, it's all to play for here. I don't know what's going to happen here. So, we'll watch, we'll watch Harrison begin the penultimate lap here tonight at Kota. He's led it extremely well. So, in about a lap's time, we'll be seeing Harrison cross the line to begin the final lap of the race. So, we'll come back to him in a lap's time, and we'll be able to see that on the mini-map. But F1 Fan in P2, an amazing drive here, and a nice way to start the season off for F1 Fan. He won for the first time. It took him 3 seasons, so he's on for a decent result today as well. F1 Fan, when he has a good setup and his race isn't absolutely fumbled, he can have an absolutely sensational result. But TB Frisco's still got a lot of work to do if he's still going to score this podium. So it is really coming tense now, but I don't think TB Frisco will be on the podium, which is really shocking to say. And it could be a double tractor podium unless Zach can hold Dean up. But again, he still kept keeping Dean within the DRS range, and Dean will be demoted up because he does have 9 seconds. So, what a nice fitting way to end my commentary for the next year. So, final commentary in this league, and for me in 2026 will be in about a sector's time. So, we shall see these guys. We'll watch again on the final lap. I know we won't, but here we go then. So, the last lap time I'll be commentating a driver on their final lap. Here we go. 4 Eyes, otherwise known as Harrison, will round this final corner now. And we'll see it in like a lap's time as he now begins the final lap of the American Grand Prix and the season opener for Everline. It's been an amazing drive from the Brit today. Absolutely pushing the limits and absolutely snatching his lead off of Dean today. He's led it from start to finish and strategized the race out to perfection. He's kept his tyres well and he's only got 3 seconds. So it's been, wow, what a race it's been for Harrison. And wow, what a career it's going to have been for me for this year. First race I commentate. Oh, it's not my first race I commentate, but the first race I commentate for season 4 will be my last. Wow. So, Zach, again, another 3 seconds. God, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to get used to that. I'm going to start seeing that shit. As TB Frisco gets 12 seconds. So, there's nothing a F1 fan can do now. Harrison is in the most comfortable position possible. He now comes to the end of the back straight on Kota for one final time. As he finally exits it, and he will now begin the final tight, twisty section for one final time. It's been an honour to be... I know, I won't mess up the last lap commentary. But here we go, though. An amazing, stunning race from the young Brit, from the 5-time champion. And this season will hopefully be redemption season for Four Eyes, otherwise known as Harrison, as he will round the final corner now. It's going to be an amazing start to the season for Harrison. Harrison wins the season opener at the Circuit of the Americas. An F1 fan brings it home in a respective P2 for the Scuderia team. What a drive from the fellow Irishman. But TB Frisco, it isn't enough for TB Frisco to do anything now. We see Zach around. But again, it's not much as Dean now demoted. It's a double podium for the Scuderia here in the season opener, so that will definitely be chucking Ferrari up now into the lead of the constructors. What an amazing drive it has been for Harrison, finally now taking it all over. But now we just wait to see Harrison, not Harrison. You know, you can tell he's not that good. But what a drive it has been from Harrison, and what a ride it has been to be the commentator for this league. I ain't got much more to say until Harry crosses the line, but I will say what I gotta say once Harry has crossed the line, which is now. So Harrison takes the win in the season opener here at Kota. What an amazing drive from the Brit and the 5-time champion. So hopefully he'll be celebrating this tonight, as he will now be leading the Drivers' Championship. So, what an amazing drive it has been. No problem, my friend. I'm quite shocked that this has finally happened, and I wasn't expecting to make this move, but I've made it. So, no problem, guys. I've really enjoyed commentating for you guys, but it's been an amazing ride to be with you guys. Yeah, actually, oh yeah. If for the people not knowing why I'm leaving, I'm going to go focus on my own life for the next year and just get myself on track. So hopefully I'll be back in a year's time, a year today, and I mean it. So, it's been an amazing time, and it's for Harrison, and it's been an amazing, and will have some amazing memories of you guys. All I have to say for now not goodbye. Thank you for everything, people. And all I've got to say now is Adigadech, or however the fuck you pronounce it. Hold on. Adigadech, people. See you soon.